Holy smoke, what in the world do I have here? I'm a little bit amazed at this myself. This is a Cordovox amplifier and tone generator set. It's a set, and this was made for an electric accordion organ thing. You can actually look them up on YouTube. It's spelled Cordovox. You can look them up. Some people actually have the whole unit. I don't. I have these two gems that I found at the pawn shop, and they actually have covers for both of them. They actually have the amp covers. These two things together form both an organ and an amplifier for your AccordiOrgan, I guess you'd call it. So the one on the left is the ToneGenerator. There's lots and lots and lots of tubes in there that generate the various notes for the organ, and it's the preamplifier circuit that also has the microphone preamp, so you could sing and play the AccordiOrgan at the same time. And then the one on the right is the power amplifier. So it has two 12-inch speakers in there. I could not believe it when I got it home, because I bought it for parts basically. Got it home, turned it on, and the son of a gun works. And even the organ part I suspect works, despite the fact that I do not have an AccordiOrgan to check it with. I'm sure that's long gone. But you can hear the organ tones, all of them, whining ever so softly through the speaker. So you know they exist. It almost sounds like sort of the background to a monster movie when you're not, like a monster B movie. So when it's completely silent otherwise, you hear that little bit of a all those notes together, that weird disharmonious thing. So I'm actually going to plug it in and show you that it works, but when we're done, we're going to try to tune this up and see if we can get all of the guts in one case, because that would be a lot more useful. Okay, so I powered it on and plugged my guitar into one of the microphone jacks. There's 1/4-inch jacks for microphones. That's about the only way you're going to get a guitar into this at this point. But surprisingly, turn up the gain about halfway and turn the master volume, and you have an 18-watt tube amplifier, and it sounds good to me. Okay, so we proved it works. We'll take a look around it. I really should check this thing out more thoroughly before determining that it's ready to actually go into service. It might have some old caps and stuff, but the determinants of it humming like a banshee and everything just don't exist. There's supposed to be a vibrato circuit in there too, which would be really cool if I could figure out how to make that thing work. I'm assuming the controls for that were all on the AccordiOrgan. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so here's a gut shot of the preamp slash tone generator side. Most of those rows, let's see if I can zoom in. I don't know if the camera's going to see them, but there are actually notes written there. Hopefully you can read them like a eye chart or something. E, F sharp, G, B, C sharp, D. Those are, I'm assuming, chords or notes associated with the organ part. I have seen them played before on YouTube. Again, you can look up a Cordovox and see it. And then off to the side here is the preamp, mic preamp slash, it says vibrato. The reason I say it says vibrato, let's see if I can not make everybody seasick and move our tripod up here. If we look down on that diagram, let's see, what do we see? And that's as far as this will zoom in. But we look up here, we have 12AX7s, 12AU7s, 12AX7s, 12AX7s, and right here, this tube, this 12AX7 here, says vibrato, so I'm assuming it's an oscillator for the vibrato. So that's that side, and then we'll pan over here. Hopefully I'm not making anybody seasick. I'm not the ace cameraman. this is the power amp, which the tubes on here, I believe they said 70, to pull them and look. There's two 12-inch speakers here. They're not easily marked Jensen, so I'm not sure what they are, but we'll look those up when we have a chance. I'm just amazed the silly thing worked. We have a 12AX7 over there, and then these are warm, still warm. Let's see, what are these? These are 7591, which I believe 7591 is the military name for a 6V6, I think. I'm going to look it up. And then we got our can caps and our big honkin' power transformer. But lo and behold, this goofy thing actually works. So the goal is here, when I get to cracking on this, obviously make sure it's healthy and ready to rock and roll. And then to get that preamp guts, this section over to the right of the tone generator. So from here over, get that gut work into this cabinet, and I might actually move the speakers and all of that into this cabinet. They look like they're the same square cabinet, but I would love to have the controls that are on the top, because there are controls up here for the power and for the inputs, the master volume and mic 1 and mic 2. I'm assuming the organ volume was again controlled from your AccordiOrgan. So anyway, that's my Cordovox unit that I'm going to play with, but I was shocked. I just brought this thing home from the pawn shop and figured I'd dink with it for 2 minutes and see how much I was getting into, and apparently probably less than I thought. I'm amazed it works.